Okay, it's 3 o'clock. Let's start our meeting. Uh, can you hear my voice, Marina?
Yes, I
Okay.
hear you.
Oh, distinguished Mrs. Marina Lindich, team competence members and team leaders. Good day to you all. Welcome to the 2026 IFPSM International Supply Chain Skills Competition, Sunshine Smart Chain Cup pre-competition meeting. I'm Zheng Yifei, your host for today's meeting. This marks a key moment for the official launch of the competition. It is my great honor to witness this together with all of you. Before the meeting, let's watch a video to get a better understanding of the competition.
Globalization surges forward. Digitalization reshapes the world. Supply chains, spanning across borders and continents, serve as the backbone of the global economy and a critical foundation for industrial security. In a new era, the world calls for supply chain pioneers with a global vision, practical capabilities, and cross-cultural intelligence. In 2026, hosted by the International Federation of Procurement and Supply Management, IFPSM, the 2026 IFPSM International Supply Chain Skills Competition, Sunshine Smart Chain Cup, officially launches. As a core supporting event of the IFPSM World Summit 2026, it builds bridges through professionalism and fosters exchange through competition, creating a world-class platform for global supply chain talents. This is a truly international competition open to IFPSM member countries worldwide, with 50 top-tier teams invited to compete on the same stage. Bringing together elite participants from 5 continents, the competition tests strategic vision, collaborative capacity, and systems of thinking of competitors. It aims to identify and cultivate future-leading, internationally oriented, multidisciplinary supply chain professionals. The competition is conducted based on the international version of Sunshine Smart Chain, Supply Chain Practical Sandtable. Originating in China and refined through leading domestic competitions, this simulation system has been rigorously tested and proven. With a fully English language interface and globally representative industrial scenarios, it will provide a fair, professional, and immersive competitive experience for this international event. Here, you will directly face real-world global supply chain challenges, including market bidding, global sourcing, factory layout, logistics coordination, and cash flow management. Let data guide decisions and let capability determine outcomes. Through highly realistic simulations, you will sharpen your core competencies. Pre-competition professional training will be provided, and the competition will be officiated throughout by an international panel of judges. In July, teams will compete simultaneously online across the globe. In October, champions will be crowned in Ghana alongside the IFPSM World Summit 2026. With official IFPSM certification, gold, silver, bronze awards, and outstanding organization awards will honor top global talents. Registration is now open worldwide. Application deadline, May 31st, 2026. Global online finals, July 17th, 2026. Awards ceremony, October 15th, 2026, Ghana. Connecting global supply chains, empowering a smarter future. The 2026 IFPSM International Supply Chain Skills Competition, Sunshine Smart Chain Cup, cordially invites global supply chain professionals to join the world stage and shape the future of the industry.
Okay. Organized by the International Federation of Procurement and Supply Management, IFPSM, and launched with technical support from the China Federation of Logistics and Purchasing, CFLP. This competition is a key supporting event of the IFPSM World Summit 2026. It brings together outstanding youth teams in the supply chain sector nationwide, offering a high-level platform for professional exchange, skill improvement, and talent showcase. To help all participants fully understand the overall arrangements, clearly grasp the competition rules, and identify the core priority for preparation. The organizing committee has arranged this briefing. Question may be submitted in the chat box and will be addressed collectively in the question and answer session. We are honored to invite Mrs. Marina Lindich, Secretary General of IFPSM, to deliver an opening address. Let us welcome Mrs. Marina Lindich.
Thank you very much, distinguished participants, industry leaders, colleagues, and friends. Good day to all of you. As already was mentioned, my name is Marina Lindich, and I am Secretary General of the International Federation of Procurement and Supply Management, IFPSM. It is my great pleasure to join you today as we officially launch the pre-event briefing for the 2026 IFPSM International Supply Chain Skills Competition. On behalf of IFPSM, I extend a warm welcome to my sincere greetings to all of participating teams, mentors, and partners joining us from around the world. Today, supply chains are more than operational networks. They are the backbone of the global economy. In an era defined by deep globalization, rapid digital transformation, geopolitical uncertainty, climate challenges, and technological disruptions, supply chains have become essential to economic resilience, industrial security, and sustainable growth. A resilient supply chain supports a strong economy, and skilled professionals are driving force behind resilient supply chains. Developing talent with a global perspective, practical expertise, innovative thinking, and the ability to collaborate across cultures is therefore not only one industry priority, it is a shared responsibility. As the world's leading and longest established federation representing the purchasing and supply management profession, IFPSM is guided by the mission of connecting the world, empowering industry, developing talents, and strengthening supply chain resilience. The IFPSM International Supply Chain Skill Competition is a flagship initiative within our global talent development strategy and an important supporting event of the 2020 IFPSM World Summit, as was mentioned already. Through this competition, we seek to bring together talented teams from around the world, promote learning and collaboration, and contribute to the advancement of the global supply chain profession. More than a competition, this event serves as an international platform for knowledge exchange, innovation, and professional growth. It provides young supply chain professionals with an opportunity to challenge themselves, learn from their peers, and gain valuable practical experience in a global environment. Together, we can strengthen supply chain resilience, improve risk management capabilities, and contribute to building supply chains that are more secure, more efficient, sustainable, and intelligent. This year's competition utilizes the Sunshine Smart Chain Supply Chain Simulation platform, an outstanding example of the modern digital supply chain practice. Centered on the photovoltaic industry, the simulation replicates real-world global supply chain operations and challenges participants to make strategic decisions in a dynamic business environment. The competition tests not only technical knowledge and analytical skills, but also teamwork, communication, leadership, and adaptability, grounded in a real world practice while reflecting future industry trends. It offers participants a unique opportunity to transform knowledge into action. I'm confident that every team will deepen its professional understanding through simulation based decision making, gain valuable experience through collaboration, and broaden its global perspective through interaction with peers from different countries and cultures. Allow me to share three expectations for all participating teams. First, use this competition as a bridge to the world. Approach this experience with the openness, curiosity, and mutual respect. Exchange ideas, share experiences, and build friendship that transcend borders. Let this competition become a starting point for future international cooperation and professional networks. Second, use this competition to strengthen your professional capabilities. Treat every challenge as a real business scenario and every decision as an opportunity to learn. Develop resilience under pressure, sharpen your analytical skills, and demonstrate the professionalism and excellence that define the next generation of global supply chain leaders. Third, work together to shape a shared future. The challenges facing global supply chains cannot be solved by any single organization or country alone. Through collaboration, innovation, and shared standards, we can build stronger, more resilient supply chain ecosystem that supports sustainable economic development worldwide. Dear colleagues and contestants, supply chains connect the world and talent shapes the future. IFPSM remains committed to working alongside our member associations, educational institutions, enterprises, and professionals across the globe. Together, we can continue to create international platforms for collaboration, develop global solutions, and advance the profession for the benefit of society and the economy. Finally, I wish you the 2026 IFPSM International Supply Chain Skills Competition every success. May all participating teams enjoy a rewarding experience, perform the best of their abilities, and achieve excellent results. Thank you, and I wish you to all an inspiring and successful competition journey. Enjoy your competition.
Okay. Thank you for your inspiring remarks, Mrs. Marina Lindich. This is the first time IFPSM has organized the International Supply Chain Skill Competition. We are confident that this event will attract broader attention and participation globally and become an important platform for international supply chain talent exchange. As you are aware, the competition will be conducted on the Sunshine Smart Chain Supply Chain Practical Table platform. A clear understanding of the rules and the platform logic is essential for effective preparation and steady performance. Now let's move to the interpretation of computation rules and the operational logic of the send table. We are pleased to welcome Mr. Xia Ye, a member of the CFLP Expert Committee on Purchasing and Supply Chain Management of CFLP, and authorized lecturer of the Sunshine Smart Chain Supply Chain Practical Send Table to explain in detail the computation rules, platform logic, and the key points. Mr. Xia Ye has rich practical teaching experience and professional expertise in supply chain management. Let us welcome Mr. Xia Ye.
Hello, everyone. Let me give a brief introduction about CFLP sandbox of supply chain. This sandbox can be considered as a kind of online computer games, and in which we have one team with four different members acting as four roles in supply chain. Actually, in our sandbox, we have five roles, while we only provide one team of four roles. The first one is marketing manager, the second one is production and procurement and logistics manager. So these four team members were working together to make a supply chain decision. Decision including what kind of clients we want to bid for, what kind of products we want to make, what kind of materials and contract we have to sign with a supplier, also what kinds of transportation modes, what kind of transportation plan we have to make. So we have one team for four different roles. These four roles working together to take the responsibility of supply chain director. So we do not have a one team member have to act as supply chain director. The supply chain director, this role is contributed by four different roles, four different team members during their cooperation. We have our three different products. Each product we also have three kinds of raw materials. One is a solar cell, and the other one is tempered glass, and third one is aluminum alloy bars. Now, these three materials to make one products. Also, we have three different kinds of customers or clients. One is from the photovoltaic industry, and second one is from auto industry, and third one is from home appliance. And in a competition game, we have four roles, as mentioned before. The first one is our marketing manager. The marketing manager decides to bid for customers which order we want to bid for, and what kind of products we need to switch on. When we bid for the bidding, we have to decide what kind of products, right? But when we switch from one product to another one, like from 550 watts switch to 780 watts, it's not only a marketing manager can decide. The marketing manager has to talk with the production manager, has to talk with the procurement manager, because we switch the products, then we lose capacity, and also procurement manager has to add or subtract the supply of materials. Also, production manager will decide to upgrade or build a new factory. And procurement manager will be responsible for signing contract with the different suppliers. Also, he will monitor, he or she, will monitor each purchasing order until to deliver. Logistics manager will be responsible for shipping the finished goods, the products to shipping the products to our clients. So these are four different roles. Um, uh, the game, I mean, the sandbox, the principle of the sandbox is to call these four person have to coincidence or they have to cooperate, right? Using the SCMP terminology is called a coincidence. So everything. I mean, the key to win this game is to enhance the cooperation between the four teams. So if we have a team, everybody working on their own job, you will absolutely cannot win the game. The only way to win the game is to cooperate or to coincidence. And all right, let's make full screen. Okay, right. For a full game is about one year. We have Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. Between each quarter, we have 5 minutes break. So this game is real time. The before the Q1, before starting, we have 15 minutes. This 15 minutes is for preparation. In the previous games, some team members doesn't know like 15 minutes is for preparation. Some members is only waiting for this 15 minutes and waiting for start. No, that is wrong. We have to do something in this 15 minutes. Like procurement managers, you have to check out what kind of which supplier you have and decide how many what kind of contract you will sign with your supplier. And sales manager, you will checking your order, your potential orders and potential orders location. In which city will have some new orders or new bidding. And production managers, you will have to check in which city you can establish your new factory. And logistics officer, in the 15 minutes preparation, your job might be easier, but you still have to getting familiar with your routing and your routing price, etc. So do not waste the 15 minutes. Use the 15 minutes to do some strategic preparation. Yeah. And then we have 4 quarters. Each quarter will take your 45 minutes. So the overall game will give you in total 213 minutes. So that is the time span of this game. And now let's go to the rules. We have about 10 types of rules, including financial, marketing, procurement, production, logistics, and credit, assets, billing, and data, and also performance evaluation. Let's check one by one. Okay, first of all, financial management rules. We have initially, when the game starts, each team gets 8 million starting capital. So we have to use this starting capital to build our new factory. And then if you encountered bankruptcy, which means you do not have money, your cash on-hand cash is less than zero, then you will be bankruptcy. Bankruptcy means you have to quit from this game. Your game is over. Then, if you want for each, I mean, okay, loan. Okay, shareholders loan. When you don't have enough money, every time the shareholders will give you some loan. So you own you it's your debt, right? So automatically the system will give your own, and then the own amount is what kind of a debt you have, and the system will give you sufficient money to clean all the debt, and plus another 300,000 US dollars. But this kind of thing only will happen 15 times. So when you borrow to the shareholders, I mean, using the system automatically borrow to shareholders, you only have 15 times. If you use all 15 chances, you will be going to bankruptcy. Uh, Another way is to borrow to shareholders, and that is apply shareholders to give me money, to give me investment. And for that thing, you can only do 30 days. So that means 1 month you can apply your shareholders, give me money. Each time you can apply 1 million, 2 million, or 4 million capital. This one is a way to increase your money, to increase your cash. That is a good way, but both two ways will cost your investment increase. So when eventually we will count your return of investment, ROI. ROI, maybe we remember in SCMP textbook, when we call ROI is using your profit divided by the total investment you have made. So either we using shareholders loan, or we using shareholders capital increase. Both way will increase the total amount of your investment, which will drop or lower down your ROI. So keep smartly using this money. So that is financial rules. And bidding rules is a sales order. Sales manager will check the game to see what kind of a bidding case the customers have released, and the sales manager and other team members like procurement and production and logistics, we all have to discuss our bidding strategy. So that means it's not only sales manager. This person cannot fully decide the bidding if we bid or not. You have to check out with production for capacity. You have to check out with a procurement for material. So that is the challenge part. Then when we have a bidding case, we have a like a sales manager. You have to apply the tender. Then usually the tender will give you the price, the delivery. Sorry. When sales manager, when you submit, you will tell the clients your price, and on which day you will deliver it. This information will be showed by the customer, and if we can win, whether or not we can win this tender depends on, first of all, depends on our price, then depends on our delivery, then depends on our credit, then also depends on our cooperation. We have four kinds of criteria customer clients will consider four kinds of performance to decide whether or not we can win this tender. If we win, then our production will start to produce. So that is the bidding. The bidding, the key part for first one is we talked about we have to check out the sales manager will have to check out with other team players. And second one is if we using like low price to win the tender, then we will lower down our profit. So in the ROI, we will also encounter a lower score. Another one is if we win too many tenders, like a quantity is over our material, the quantity is over our capacity, then will cost we cannot delivery on time. We need to complete each tender. We need to complete on time in full delivery. We call that OTIF delivery. Means you have to delivery on time. That means when customer said, we need to receive the order in the let's see for example in the June the 10th, we need to have received all those quantity. Then on the June the 10th, we must have 100% of quantity delivered to customer. If we someone tell me can we ship earlier? No, let's check this one. We can only shipping 3 days before customer's requirement. So that means if it's June the 10th, then the earliest time you can shipping to customer is only June the 7th. So if we cannot untimely and in full shipping complete the delivery, we will lose our delivery credit. We will lose our delivery score. So next time when we also to open the bidding, our delivery score will be low. One each time we have unsuccessfully a delivery, we will lose some mark on delivery score. So that means we cannot get when we bidding, we cannot win the bidding by lower price. That is hurt. And also we cannot win too many biddings over our capacity and material. That will cause our delivery mark getting lower and lower, and then you will not receive any bidding in the future. You will not win. Yeah. So that means that's why we have to, like sales manager have to check with production, with logistics and procurement. Okay, and a bidding, when we evaluation the bidding, as before we said, we have four kinds of a score. One is for delivery, one is for credit, another one is for the customer cooperation, and another one is for price. So in the capacity score, we have three kinds of scenarios. Basically, scenario one means you don't have factory at all. That means you do not have any production capability. Then you will receive lowest mark in the delivery part, which is -2. Then scenario two is you have sufficient inventory. You have your inventory on hand can fully cover the bidding quantity. That is very good. So basically, you will get full mark. And then scenario 3 is your capability, your inventory on hand plus the future production means which means the future 15 days the outputs plus your inventory can cover the bidding amount, then you will also get a full mark. So that is about the delivery. So in each bidding, you have to check with your inventory on hand and also check with your production capability to make sure your inventory on hand plus your capability at least will be over the bidding quantity. And next one is credit. Credit is by the credit mark is generated by the system. Different clients they have different credit marking scheme. So we don't know how much how the customer marking us, right, scoring us. So we just receive this score from system. And customer cooperation, that means basically it's from delivery performance. So historically, if you have one delivery normally like on time in full, a normal delivery will give you adding 20 points. If we have one breach, but we still completed, that means it's not on time, but we completed this delivery amount, then the system will deduct 10 points of your enterprise, your company will subtract 10 points because you didn't untimely deliver, but in full. And if you both failed to on time and in full, we call that terminated. Terminated, that means the customer lose the confidence. The customer cancel your order. Now, maybe your order has 0 delivered, or your order have some part of delivered, but customer decided to say no, never. We do not want your order anymore. Cancel. So if you have one cancel, will cost you 25 points deduction. Now, and then price for the price, that's when we bidding, we have to check out if the bidding information will tell you the bidding have two kinds of win. One is in price. In price, we have two different win. One is saying that my bidding price is the lowest price among all the bidding members. So that is by lowest price to win. And another one is by average price to win. That means you have to make sure your price is as close to average price as possible. The average price is not a system generated standard price. No, that is not. It's actually the average bidding price of each member. So that means you are one team. You may play this game with another 10 teams. So total 11 teams submitted their price. So this 11 teams price getting average. So if your price is very close to the average, then you will win. On the price part, you will win. So when we do bidding, we have to check the bidding information if we are using the lowest price to win or the average price to win. So that is to evaluate which one can win the bid. We have these four parts. Then about order breach. Order breach, if you have one order do not shipping untimely or do not shipping in full, Then we will have four kinds of affection. One is you will be penalted, some kind of compensation, like when we cannot on time in full to deliver, we have to compensate to our customer. So that is the money breach cost. Another one is time delivery. You will impact on your on-time delivery score. So your delivery score in the next bidding will be lower down. The customer, when they release the bidding, each customer will decide the delivery score, the percentage of delivery score. And some customer will really focus on delivery score. So if your delivery score will low, even though you have good price, even though you have good credits, but you still will lose this credit, this bid. So we will try our best to keep the time delivery. Keep this performance. Keep this performance at the best level you can. In the past experience, the team winning the game, usually they have 100% delivery in the whole year. At least they will have 95% or 95 from 95% to 100% time delivery rate. So that is the champion. So for everyone, you want to win the game, so keep your time delivery at least over 95% for the whole year, for the whole 4 quarters. Another one, when you breach, you will have a customer cooperation. So if you this time I delayed my delivery to this customer. So next, this customer will lower down your credit in the cooperation credit. Watch out. Here we have time delivery mark, and also here we have time delivery mark, and also we have a cooperation mark. These are two different marks. Time delivery, this score is for for our team, for the enterprise. And the customer cooperation is the customer giving you a mark. That means I lose mark in this customer cooperation, but I do not lose the mark on the cooperation on the other customer. But if you have good delivery, the company, the enterprise will overall be lowered the delivery mark. So that is two different marks. And then corporate credit is about a lower credit mark in it's kind of a breach will affects these companies' credit. The credit, the reduction in the corporate credit will cause our future problem. Will reduce our suppliers' loan. That means how much money I can own to the suppliers. That means the supplier. This corporate credit means purchaser. You have how your credit level in supplier side. If you have good supplier side, good credit, that means the supplier can tolerate your debt, can tolerate how I can give you higher loan limit. That means you can own my money. The upper limit, how much money you can own, I can give you higher limit on this owning money thing, right? So if you have lower credit, then the supplier said, no, you cannot owe my money. You have to use cash to purchase from me. And also, supplier will lower down your shipping priority when you have lower corporate credit. So that is for order breach. So and then for purchasing managers, we have signing agreement problem, signing contracts. We have in each quarter, in you have choose. You can choose. I signed one contract to cover the full year. So the contract expiration date will cover the full four quarters. So that is one choice, and then you can choose saying that I sign a contract only half a year, and I can also sign a contract for each quarter. Then, I mean, we all know that you signed a shorter time contract. That means your price will be high, and when you signing a long term contract, your price will be low. But long term price, that means you will have responsibility to give the minimum order quantity across the whole year. And also, when you sign a long-term 1 year contract, that means you have less chance to change between quarter to quarter. So you have to the purchasing manager have to a balance your contract time span. So that is a signing contract about the expiration date, and also when we signing contract, and the supplier will show their how much capacity they allocate to us. The allocated way, there are two ways. When you're signing contract, that on your contract we have MOQ, minimum order quantity. So the minimum order quantity it usually is by month. So using MOQ divided by 30 days, that is daily capacity on your contract. That is one number. Daily MOQ divided by 30. Another one is if many suppliers, no, if many companies are placing orders to the same supplier, and then this supplier will using everybody all the customers order to check out the average order quantity. So if we have 3 clients placing order to one supplier, so this supplier will say we will check customer number 1 the quantity plus customer number 2 the quantity plus customer number 3 the quantity, and divided by 3, and then the supplier, they will use this average quantity to adjust their capacity. The supplier will adjust the capacity in each week. 1 week, they will check out how many orders they have, then to decide their capacity. So these two capacity number, one is average order, and another one is your MOQ generated the daily capacity. So which one is large, the supplier will go for that capacity. So that means if we want to have sufficient capacity, we have to give more order to the customer. So if there are 3 customers three clients placing the same order to the supplier. So these three customers, the one who place the maximum quantity will first get the capacity priority. So that is capacity change and capacity allocation rule. And also, if we have termination of a procurement contract, that means, for example, I signed a contract occupying 1 year, covering one year. But however, on the halfway, like on at the end of Q2, I say no, I don't think I need this contract. I think this contract is not good for me, so I want to terminate this contract. Usually will cause compensation, will cause you lose money to customer to supplier, because we didn't follow the our contract rule. So if you want to terminate the contract, I suggest the only way you can terminate the contract is in the contract we signed the full quantity, the minimum quantity we ordered. This minimum quantity we have already ordered. We reached the minimum quantity criteria, then we can terminate. Otherwise, you will get compensated. Like, for example, I asked the supplier, I signed a 1 year contract saying that I want to buy a 10,000 of solar cell from you in the whole year. However, in Q2, I want to terminate, but I only purchased 3,000. Only purchase 3,000, and then that means at the time you terminate, that means you still have 7,000 hasn't completed yet, and then you will have to pay the full price of that 7,000 as compensation. And so that is a large lose lose in cash. So if you encounter this problem, basically you cannot win this game. And then so they terminate the procurement contract. So be careful of this. And then we also have the breach on that is a breach on contract. Also, if you lose, if you cannot keep the payment day, you will also lose credit in supplier. So the supplier will lower down your loan limit, and supplier will lower down your shipping priority. Payment. Payment. We have two kinds of a purchase. Two kind of purchase. One is one purchase order. One kind of a PO is based on our long-term contract. So 1 quarter, a half a year, or 1 year, they are all long-term contract. And we also have we also can purchase some order, some temporary order. Means urgent order is not our long-term contract. Usually we sign long-term contract with 1 or 2 suppliers. However, these 1 or 2 supplier maybe they don't have capacity, maybe they don't have material, maybe they did not place a sufficient order to this supplier before, and this supplier decided to lower down your capacity, lower down your material. So that all kinds of case can make your contract, can make a long time contract cannot deliver. And this time you will starting to use the temporary purchase. And the difference between the long-term contract and the temporary purchase is two different things are major. One, you have the temporary purchase, you have to pay 20% higher price, 20% extra. So if you frequently use the temporary purchase, that means your purchasing cost will be 20% higher than your competitors. So that means you will be less competitive in bidding. You will also be less competitive in ROI score. The final score will be lower. So that is one problem. The second problem is using temporary purchase. You don't have partially down payment. You have fully down payment, 100% to pay, and then you will receive your goods. If you using long-term contract, depends on your long-term contract term. On the contract term, a purchasing manager will decide I offer what kind of down payment to this supplier. Usually we choose like 20%, 30%. Somehow we may choose 40%. That is very crazy, but you can still choose. It's not 100% full payment. So in long-term contract, you have to pay some down payment, and then you will receive the material, and then you will using your payment term later on to pay the rest of the money to the supplier. While in temporary, you have to pay 100% ahead of shipping. That means you will encounter a cash flow problem. You will have higher pressure in cash flow, and when you have higher pressure in cash flow, and highly probably you will borrow money from your shareholders, either increasing the investment, or the system will automatically to give you money. That means remember that 15 times thing. If you borrow the 15 times, you are out. You are bankruptcy. So that is why we need to balance our contract and temporary PO. So if you can try to lower down as less as using the temporary PO. For production, we have first of all you have to establish a initial factory at first. You need to have one factory to choose one city and to settle one factory. Usually we from small factory, we starting from small factory. Several players, several team like to choose. We can start from medium size factory. There are three sides of factory: small factory, medium size factory, and large size factory. And each size, larger size will cost you more money. So when we starting at the starting moment, we usually choose starting from a small a factory to save some cash flow. So also you have a strategy saying that my first factory is medium size, and then to use medium size factory to gain as much as possible bidding. That is two different strategies, starting from small and starting from medium. So that is in before the game starts. That 15 times, the team members will have to talk about this to make a common decision. Factory in the factory, each factory can the factory manager. You can decide whether we want to upgrade. That means you change from a small to medium, change a medium to large size factory. You can decide when to upgrade. The upgrade will also will also cost some money in investment. Each company, you only have 4 factories in during the game, so minimum 4 factories. The factory, if you check out the map, on the map there are different cities and different to settle your company. The different cities also have different land fee, so that means you will pay different money to different cities. So even though I establish a small company, if the company is a Shanghai, Beijing company, it will be expensive. If I make the factory in some remote area, in some smaller city, our established fee will be lower down. And then also in different location in each city, our workers have different level of proficiency. Means the worker skill is high or low. And usually during the game, the working proficiency varies. Each city varies from 85% to 95.5%. So we can choose some remote area to build a company, to build a factory. But in that city, the working scale is not good. The working scale will lower down your daily capacity, will lower down your daily outputs. However, the working proficiency is not fixed. You can starting from the initial proficiency level. Like I just said, each city they have different like 85 to 95.5 varies. However, if you can choose a remote city, their working proficiency is only 85. However, you can apply in training then to improve the workers' proficiency. The training will cost you some money. So that means you can choose a remote area to settle your factory, and then using training to increase the workers' proficiency. And training in my member is one. You can arrange one training in 1 month. And capacity and inventory, each country, each factory has different capacity, and each size of factory, small, medium, large, have different capacity, and also each factory have different inventory room. If we want to upgrade our capacity, like from small to medium, then you will encounter a 7 days lock. In these 7 days, you can still produce. However, you cannot, in these 7 days, you cannot adjust the capacity on the second time. So that means if I upgrade my company, my factory from small to size, then in the next 7 days, I cannot change the capacity again. And also, if you want to switch production, remember we have 3 different types of products. If we want to switch from one product to another product, we will lose 2 days production. Means in the past 2 days, there will be no outputs. That is we call the line change, production line change cost. In SMP, we like to call them that is the production fixed cost. Which has no relationship with the production quantity, how many quantity you will produce. It's related to how many production line changes, related to the time you operate the change. So that is called fixed cost. And also, each factory has their own inventory rooms. That means your storage, your warehouse storage capacity is also limited. So that means we have to produce the finished goods, then put the finished goods to the warehouse. Then we will have to shipping out the finished goods as soon as possible. However, remember, in the clients, they only receive goods 3 days before their required days. So we will, if you produce too much finished goods, or you produce too early finished goods, you will have three different choice. One, I put on put the inventory in my factory's warehouse, and then second, I can ship to the customer, ship to customers' warehouse. However, if it's prior 3 days, I mean, if I shipped too early, and customer will charge you inventory fee. And second, I can temporarily to apply to sign a contract with a warehouse. That means a social warehouse outside the company. I can temporarily sign contract with them. So you have 3 days put in our own warehouse and put it to customers' warehouse and signed another warehouse. So we have to control our production speed and also control our production quantity. We have to make sure our shipping quantity and our production quantity and also our material purchasing quantity, they have to be balanced. We call that the demand and supply balance. In SMP, we call that demand supply balance. And also, we have some operating cost. This operating cost is also called a fixed cost. For each enterprise, we have 9,000 US dollar every day. It's a fixed cost. No matter what kinds of company, all the team members, all the teams, each team is one enterprise, right? So one enterprise, you will have 9,000 US dollar every day. And then if you have one small factory, you will have 750 US dollars every day. If you have a medium size, it's 1,600 US dollars every day, and large is 3,600 US dollars every day. So watch out is dollars by day. So that means on that day, no matter you operate or not, you have outputs or not, each day passed, you have to pay this amount of money. And this money, this cost of money, the operating cost of money, has no relationship with your production, has no relationship with your outputs. It's only close to day. It's only one day you will pay this money. So that's why we call that a fixed cost. And then in the shipment, we have logistics manager. For this logistics manager, you have to set up your transportation plan. In our game, in our sandbox, when we see a shipment, we only consider the finished goods shipping to customer. We do not consider the supplier shipping material to our factory. That is part controlled by the supplier. So the logistics officer, you only have to consider finished goods to customer. And then you will have to set up the transportation plan. And we have four kinds of three. We have three kinds of transportation mode. One is by truck, and another one is by rail, another one is by the sea. So we do not have aviation, and also we do not have pipeline. So we have three different transportation mode. Then the logistics officer, you can choose. We can choose taking running by truck, so we can do point to point from factory shipping the goods directly to customer. So that is one choice. And then you can also starting to use intermodal. Intermodal means you can combination. You can have some combination of different transportation mode, and like we can shipping to a railway station, like from factory using truck shipping to a railway station, and then railway station shipping to the destination railway station, and then the destination railway station also using truck then shipping to the customer. So that is intermodal. You can also change from the railway station to port, to by sea transportation. So in each plan, you will have to decide how much money the system, the game will calculate how much money depends on your route planning. Also, the game will tell you based on your transportation plan how what time will shipping to the customer. So time and cost. That's basically we set up the transportation plan. And when you set up the transportation plan, you will encounter after setting up, then is the execute the transportation plan. And when you execute the transportation plan, the logistics officer, you have to set up different transportation plan. You have to give them the priority. When we place one transportation plan on the top of the screen, that means I want to release this transportation plan first. When you put on the bottom, that means I want to execute this plan at last. So each logistics officer, you have to decide your shipping priority of different transportation plan. Also, later on we'll talk about the accidents of the transportation plan. So that is the logistics manager. Then we call this event. Event means during the shipping, on the way of shipping, we will encounter different kinds of event. The system will randomly generate the events to give you some impact. For example, we encountered floods, we encountered snowstorm, and that will delay your time period. Like normally on the root on the root data, the master data of route. Like for example, we want to shipping from Guangzhou to Shanghai. Normally it will be 2 days. However, system call you, watch out, there is a flood. So our Guangzhou to Shanghai shipping is not 2 days. Guangzhou to Shanghai is now 5 days. Usually, our event will cost you 2 days plus cost you 2 or 8 additional days on shipping. Depends on your distance. Also depends on the event. How strong your event's impact. So basically, we'll call you from 2 days delay to eight days delay. And also, the event have a starting time and ending time. The system will call you at the starting time, like we have seen that January 28th, and then when you running the game to January 28th, the game will tell you, oops, we have a event. The event is a snowstorm. However, you don't know this snowstorm will continue, will continue how many time, will last to what day. You do not know. You only know January 28th we start the snowstorm event, and then I have to adding more time on the shipping. And when the time goes to February the 5th, the system call you, okay, our snowstorm event has closed. We do not have snow now. It's okay. We Shanghai to Guangzhou, we change back to normal, which is 2 days, etc. So we have this. This is a time delay event. We also have cost increase event, like gasolines or diesels. We have higher money, and then also have starting time and ending time. This kind of price variation will cost you lower profit, and will also lower down your ROI. If you have if you have possibility, please to try your best to avoid the price increase. These kind of events are randomly settled by the system. So for logistics manager, it's a kind of accident, a sudden case for you. And then when when we're scoring, we need to give mark to enterprise credit. Enterprise credit depends on the assets score. Assets score 45% final score from asset score. I mean 45% of credit score from assets. 35 of the credit score from delivery, and 20% score from marketing share. Let's see. Assets, we need to check out the debt ratio, which means 45%, 15% of debt ratio, 15% from working capital, and then net assets is also 15%. The debt ratio is using your total liability to divide by the total assets. Remember, in the SCMP textbook, we call that in the M2 chapter 5, when we talking about the finance and finance report, we said we using total liability, total debt divided by the total assets. That is called debt ratio. This debt ratio, if this debt ratio is very high, that means this company is encountering a heavy debt problem. So if we want to get this 15 score, this 15% as a higher mark, we need to lower down our debt ratio. Also working capital. Working capital in this game, we just simplify it into the cash. How much cash on hand, and our actually in our SMP we call that using current assets subtract the short-term liability. So that is a difference. In this game, we just simplify it to cash. So as much cash. Getting as much cash as you can will give you higher marks in this working capital. And net assets is actually, it has another name. Net assets is also shareholders' equity. That is the total assets subtract the liability, the debt. So we need to when we play the game, we need to try our best to keep these ratios as beautifully as possible. And about the market, 10% score from market credit. And that means you will try your best to on time in full deliver. That is the to gain your market share. Market credits, that means you can keep your commitment to your customer. And market share means how many biddings you can have, how many sales opportunity you can have. So that both are 10% mark. And delivery, that means if you have delivery defaults, delivery problem, then you will have lower mark in the delivery in this first 10%. And then 15% of the delivery is going to ITO, inventory turnover. So that means if we want to have a good delivery mark, we have to applying zero inventory. On finished goods, we try our best to do zero inventory. When we have products outputs, we will shipped out as soon as possible. And then we also have team quality. At this moment, we just give every team 10%, so we don't have to worry about this. So then when we adding these 3 marks up, the total mark will your total score ranges from 90 to 100. That is credit, AA level credit. A level credit means 75 to 90. So this credit rating will decide, will infect your in your bidding. Remember, in bidding, clients will check out your credits, will check out your cooperation, will check out the delivery, will check out your price. So in the past, our games, a lot of team members tell me that we giving the lowest price to the customer, but the customer still did not choose our company. That is why your credit, your delivery, and your corporation mark is very low. So the lowest price doesn't work. we also have depreciation. In SCMP M2 Chapter 4, when we talking about the cost control, there's one topic is about the depreciation cost. Our game also countering depreciation cost. The basically is we have a large assets is our factory. So when we build a new factory, on the second month of this factory, our financial report will count their depreciation. And when we if on the first I mean on the next month we starting to count to calculate the depreciation, but we also calculate the depreciation of the new company when they build on their own month. For example, we settled one factory in January. So we this month settle down. Starting to run is January 10th. So we still calculating the depreciation in January, but we do not consider it as a full month because in the January we only run the factory only run 20 days. So if we have 31 days in January and we only running the factory for 20 days. So 20 divided by 31. That is the depreciation amount we need to pay in the financial report will counter. So each day, I mean each month, we will the financial report will depreciate 5% of the factory's value. 5% each month. The depreciation method we use in straight line. When we play the game, we do not have to think too much about the depreciation because that is only the system to automatically calculate and to generate the financial report. However, if you invested or if you build too many factories over your demand, like for example, we only have the two factories capacity, but we invested three capacity, and then the third factory doesn't have sufficient order to fill their capacity. So then we will only on the price we will have a higher investment, but there is no output, no profit. And also the financial report will also taking record that we have three factories, so they will give you three depreciation. And then next one is about billing, billing rules. On the billing rules, the company, our enterprise will be charged all kinds of fees. These all kinds of fees, I don't want to read one by one, but I can give you a hint. I'll give you a pay attention to, right? Pay attention to the following fees. These are the previous players are very easy to forget. First one is client storage fee. If we shipping out too early to customers, which is customer can receive only 3 days before their required delivery days. If you shipping earlier than 3 days, then clients will still can receive your goods, but clients will charge you storage fee. And then penalty for breach of contract, of course. If we do not on time in full delivery our goods to customer, we will get paid. And then we also have a procurement breach fee if we break down our contract, if we did not complete our contract responsibility, and then we will have to pay some money to the suppliers. These are also easy to forget. There is one case during the game competition. There's one team, they forgot this. They sign 1 year contract with a supplier, and they change their contract, saying that I want to change some price, I want to change some payment term. So they change on the halfway at the end of Q2, and they forget there's a penalty because they break their previous 1 year contract. It's a breach, so they have to compensate, they have to pay money for it's a punishment. So they don't know this. And then in Q1, Q2, in their game, this team is the number one, the champion of Q1, Q2. But because of this large amount of penalty, they didn't get into the final ranking. They didn't get into top three. So it's a lesson, right? So that is procurement breach fee. Then we also have raw material access fee. That means when supplier shipping the material into our factory, we also have finished goods warehouse, and also we have material warehouse. We have finished goods warehouse capacity. We also have material warehouse capacity. So if the supplier shipping too many materials into our warehouse, then the amount surpass is over our warehouse capacity, we can still receive these goods. We will not reject. We will not reject. We still receive, but you will cause our factory's material warehouse will charge you extra fee. So that is so that means we will also do somehow do the material inventory control. Also, we have finished goods storage fee. That's we have talked about before. Then we also have finished goods surpass our warehouse capacity. So they are two different fees. One is the storage, the finished goods put into the warehouse. The warehouse has within their capacity will still has some kind of a fee, some cost. That is normal cost. So that's why we will lower down the finished goods inventory level. Another one is when you storage is too much, has been over the capacity, then we will charge another excess fee. No. So there are two different fees. And also, we also have customers capacity fee, and also we have additional capital contribution. Capital contribution, that means we can apply to our shareholders, to our investors, saying that I don't have money, please give me more investment. Then someone told me we are trying not to using this investment like 1 million, 2 million, or 4 million, trying not to. It's kind of you need to balance this. You cannot borrow too No, it's not. It's not a borrow money. You cannot apply this kind of investment for too many times. However, usually at the early time of a year, like a Q1 or close to Q1, like February or the Q1, the end of Q1, you need to apply the additional investment to make sure you can upgrade your factory from small to medium or from medium to large. If you can establish a large factory in February or in March, then you will have a lot of advantage in the following competition because you have sufficient capacity and you can receive sufficient order. You can win lots of order. That means your profit will be higher than your competitors, and your market share will be higher than your competitors. And then because of a large size, large capacity company, factory, large capacity factory, you can highly probably you can give better performance on delivery. So this time you want to upgrade your factory as soon as possible, and a large factory will give you lots of advantage in the following game. So that's why we decide to borrow money, using this money to build our own factory, because you want to earn profit on each order, and using the profit to upgrade the company is very slow, is too low. Yeah. So somehow we will using this capital, additional capital. So on each 30 days, you can apply shareholders increasing their investment. And the other one, okay. The other one, okay. This one is about goods quantity. We have total demand volume, and then I mean the system, the game will statistics your total demand volume, the total demand on the market, and then the volume you have win, and the total sales volume, and the total on-time delivery quantity. And this one using these numbers to calculate your rate, your on-time delivery rate, your market share rate. That is the goods quantity. So sometimes we also have to gain as much quantity as much as possible. There are several teams when they playing games, they think that I only want to earn money, so I want to maximize our return of investment. So each bidding we give them a very high price. If we cannot earn money, or if we cannot earn very high money on this bidding, then we just abandon, we give up. This one will cause you market share will be very low. So eventually, let's go into the final mark. The game, if you win or not, depends on the final mark. The final mark is be calculated by two parts of mark. One part of indicator score 0, 1 and 0, 2 is called your ranking score. Your final mark will be 30% of indicator score plus 70% of your ranking score will give you the final score. In the indicator score, we continue. We consider on five kind of indicator. Five kind of you can look at them as five different KPIs. 35 points giving to return of investment ROI. So you need to get ROI is using profit to divide by the capital you invested, and then you need to gain as much as possible to gain the profit, and meanwhile you have to control the investment. So when you applying investment increase, or when you do not have money on hand, the system automatically giving you more money. That is also shareholders automatically giving you increase the your investment. So that will both cause you investment getting higher. And when investment getting higher, your ROI is getting lower. Another one is market share. That's why I just said before, we want to gain as much market share as possible. So that doesn't mean when you have very good return on investment ROI, each order you have high profit, doesn't mean you have good performance in market share. Then you may have higher mark on ROI, but you may have a lower mark in market share. And then the 15 points giving to ITO, which is inventory control. So we will both to control the finished goods and material inventory. So the inventory control, the key point of inventory control is to balance supply and demand. And the key of supply demand balance is to communicate. So when we playing games, we need some kinds of a communication. If 4 team members, we only working on our own job, you will definitely will fail this game. And then another 15 points giving to on-time delivery, and the last 15 points giving to cash flow. So that is indicator score. Then we were going to ranking score. Indicator score is kind of absolute. It's absolute score. Then ranking score is related because when we compare to other teams playing the same game with me, among them we are my mark my mark range on what position. Like we have indicator score. See this example. We have indicator score seeing that 95.6, 0.36, 95, 87, 87, and 778. These are indicator scores. 4 teams indicator score, and then 95 is number one. So number one position, you will get 100 on ranking score. Number 2, the second team and third team, they are both tied. They are both ranking as number 2. So 2 and 3, you are both number 2. Number 2, you're getting 97. And then the fourth one, 78, you are number 4 because 2 and 3 they are tied on number 2. So we don't have number 3. 78, you are number 4. Number 4, you only have 91. So eventually we have indicator score times 0.3 plus ranking score times 0.7. So that is our final score. The basic business operation process means like when you're playing the games, first of all you need to select and build a factory, and then second you need to sign contract. Okay, let me see here. First, build a factory. Second, you need to sign contract, and then issuing the purchase order and pay down the payment. This kind of work, these three work, fourth work is shipping goods based on purchasing order, and then generate final payment after arrival. Okay, the first two, one, two, three. The first two is you have to do as quickly as possible. And then when you have factory, when you have materials, meanwhile we are going to bidding, and then to getting the contract. So before you get your first bidding, before you get your first order, please keep production. Do not stay. Do not stop. Some team decided saying that when we get the bidding order, then we starting to produce. No, that is too late. You need to have somehow you need to have initial inventory on hand. So that is the game process. So lastly, is the time. Okay, it's a typical time, typical execution cycle of your how to play the games. Saying that the start you want to factory construction before the January 1st. You still have 15 minutes. Remember, in that 15 minutes, you need to choose your factory's location, choose your city. And also when you choose your factory's city, and the procurement manager will also sign the contract with the supplier. So those are tasks 15 minutes before the January 1st. And on the January 1st, we have start the construction of factory, and then after 7 days, these 7 days has no outputs because we do not have factory yet. Then we on the 7th we will have factory construction, and from the next day 7/8 we can build. So we need to when we see there's the factory has been constructed, and the production manager will arrange working plan as soon as possible. Production plan. When you submit your production plan, the factory can start the production. So that is the suggested cycle of playing the game. So let's I just temporarily giving a brief introduction about this game, and as you have seen, we have so many processes, we have so many data, we have so many rules. We have so many considerations, so many factors we have to consider. So this game is kind of complex. It's really complex. It's quite close to our real supply chain operation. So it's a complicated game. If you want to getting a higher mark, getting a higher position in the competition, then I do suggest you, one, we will practice a lot before we go into the real competition. And second, because our rules are so many, so we cannot easily to remember them. So that's why I suggest you to download this file, to download this rule file and place on your desktop of computer when you play your games frequently, to check with these rules, or after the game's over, you can go back to to review these rules to make sure you enhance your these rules memory. All right, okay. This is my introduction about this game. It's a too complicated game, so that is taking too much time. So if you have a question, please feel free to ask.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Xia,
Oh,
for your thorough and clear explanation. Your comprehensive, in-depth, and well-structured presentation has clarified key rules and provided clear guidance for preparation. Thank you again for your valuable insights. Team captains and members, this completes the core agenda of today's briefing. We will now open 15 minutes for interaction. Please submit your questions related to the or logic in the competition, either orally or in the chat box, and we will respond one by one.
I saw one question saying that refer to the system of Chinese version where our suppliers and customers are all in China, whether or not in the international version, whether or not we will have overseas suppliers, overseas customers. I do see overseas suppliers and overseas customers in the international version. I used to see this part. Okay. Any other questions? How many teams are on the same game? Um,
It depends on the final team's number.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, uh, from now, there are 31 teams as mentioned in this competition. It will divide into two groups. Each group has 15 to 16 teams.
There are only one final match. What are the rules at the final match? Final. Okay, okay.
Uh,
一费，一费。
Let me answer the first question. That's only one final match. It will hold on 17th in July 17th. It's just only one final match.
In which location? 厦门 final
Uh,
match.
online.
Online. Okay, okay.
And the award ceremony is scheduled to take place in Ghana on October 13. It is the yes, I share the PPT in the WeChat. Will the results will not
Will be months.
it will not take too long time. 2 or 3 days it will be announced.
Choose a language to be Chinese or English. So, can we use Chinese language during the final match? Can we use Chinese during the international final match?
It's
Can we?
not allowed to use Chinese. It can only use English.
Hello, Dr. Xia. I have a question.
Yep,
Yes.
please.
Thanks for the nice presentation. I want to know the system survey. Well, where is the system survey? Because in my opinion, in my experience, the network speed will influence the deliver time, or if the network speed is faster, they can complete the work in one day. But if the network speed can problem, they may complete the work in 2 days. So I want to know the system survey in China or in other areas.
You mean the internet speed? So if you have a lower internet speed, like what I encountered this today, and then you will have some problem. That is true.
Yeah. So I want to know where is the system survey.
Where is the what?
System survey.
What do you mean?
Yeah, in Chinese is 服务器 的位
So
置。
do we have requirement on location of server? That is your question?
Yeah.
Okay, Ife, can you answer this?
Uh,
Do
I
we have
will
do we have requirement on the location of a server?
uh, it will have request. I will record this question and discuss with Mr. Ye after this meeting. Okay. And he and this question will be answered in the next competition training. It will introduce some rules and notice next time.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, someone asked how many computers will be used in
Oh, for
final
computer,
match?
for computer.
Yeah, for computer. Basically, we don't have limitation on computers, but we only allow accounts for for accounts to submit into the game. So if you want to have 10 computers, we don't care, but you only have 4 accounts to log in. Okay, there aren't any official documents of IP IFPSM regarding the Chinese teams in the competition. Our company needs some official documents to verify our participation in the competition. Okay. Ife?
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Uh, it has an official document that's shared in the WeChat before, but it has no official stamp. That is the official document uh, from IFPSM. Okay, is there any questions?
Yes, I just put a comment in the chat, and I think it will be made more clear for my teammate question.
Okay. Is that the problem you met through the practice?
Not our team did not attend the practice yet. It was found during the last year competition.
Oh, this question I will record and answer next time in the competition training because I can't. I also can't answer this question. I will ask Imu for the answer.
Yes, thank you.
Ife, I saw there's someone is asking, can we have some software to play before
Yes,
our competitor?
they have account before the final competition, and you can practice every day. Because uh, the IMU has arranged many competition one day. They can put it on the platform, and you can use your account to join the each competition uh, every day. The customer name DYYS, you can contact me after the meeting. Because the large amount of the teams has account. Yeah. Um,
Okay, the
the
inter
system server, this question I will record it and
Yep.
Discuss with Mr. Ye and will answer you next competition training meeting. Okay, it's almost 15 minutes. Okay, and please note that I will share the PPT. Mr. Xia, can you ending your screen show?
Okay,
Okay, okay,
let me ending. Okay, I ended.
okay. Okay, please note that the team training and competition question and answer will be held online on June 12th and June 26th, respectively. The final competition will be held online on July 17th. The award ceremony is scheduled to take place in Ghana on October 13th. A formal notice will be issued separately. Finally, we wish all teams smooth preparation and outstanding results. This concludes the 2026 IFPSM International Supply Chain Skill Competition Sunshine Smart Cup for competition meeting. Thank you for your participation. Those who were unable to attend today's meeting may watch the recording with 1 month. We look forward to meeting you at the per competition training. Goodbye, everyone.